All right, let's dive into a story that really gets to the heart of a powerful idea about getting things done. We're calling this one The Circle That Built a Bridge. You know that feeling, right? You've got this big idea, this dream you're chasing, but it feels like you're the only one hauling the bricks, trying to build something huge all by yourself. Well, it's a lonely and heavy place to be.
And that is exactly where we meet Ava, the hero of our story today. She's just sitting there alone, staring at a blank screen. And that cursor, it just keeps blinking, steady, patient, almost like it's making fun of her. The dream is right there in her head, but she's totally stuck.
So this brings us right to our first part, the solitary struggle. And this is something anyone who's ever tried to create something from scratch knows all too well.
So let's break down where Ava was at. Her dream? It was a great one, a platform to connect people with the mental health support they need. But the reality was just months and months of grinding away, and she was completely burned out. She'd hit this wall of isolation, of doubt. And here's the key thing. Passion is an incredible fuel, but as she was finding out, when you're all by yourself, that passion can start to feel incredibly heavy.
But, it's often when we hit our lowest point that something changes. For Ava, it was rediscovering a principle that would change everything.
She's reading an old book, Think and Grow Rich, when she comes across this line. Now, it's not a brand new idea, but for Ava, in that specific moment, it was a total game changer. It made her see her problem in a whole new light. Maybe she wasn't failing because her idea was bad. Maybe she was struggling because she was trying to do it all alone. And this is the core concept she latched onto, the mastermind principle. It's more than just teamwork, it's about this deep, harmonious alignment of skills and energy, all focused on one single goal. The idea is that this kind of harmony creates something new, like a third, more powerful mind, a shared intelligence where ideas can be challenged and made better because everyone trusts each other completely. And this thought becomes Ava's big light bulb moment. She shifts from thinking, I have to know everything, to, I just need to find the right people who know the things I don't. And right there, that's when the weight starts to lift. Not because the work is gone, but because she doesn't have to carry it all by herself anymore. So with this new mindset, she doesn't waste any time. She starts building her circle.
Just look at how simple and powerful this message is. There's no ego, no pretending she has all the answers. It's just honest and vulnerable. She's not just asking for help. She's inviting people into her vision by admitting she's stuck. And you know what? It totally worked.
And these are the folks who answered the call. You've got Leo, the designer who could see the whole user experience. Priya, the therapist who brought the crucial ethical foundation. And Ben, the marketing whiz who knew how to tell their story. Notice how their skills don't just add to each other, they multiply. They each cover the other's blind spots.
Their first meeting wasn't some formal, stuffy business meeting. It was just them, sharing ideas, fueled by a real belief in the project. It was one of those moments, that electric spark you feel when a group just clicks and an idea stops being one person's dream and starts to become a shared mission.
Okay, so they have that initial spark. But the real trick is turning that spark into a sustainable fire. They had to move from just talking about ideas to taking real, concrete action. And what I love about this slide is it shows the reality of it all. This was not an overnight success. It was a 6-month journey. There were weekly meetings, building, breaking stuff, and then rebuilding it. And see that point at month 4, the big prototype crash? That's the real test. That's the moment that shows you if you're just a team or if you're a true mastermind. And this right here shows the principle in action perfectly. A crisis that would have absolutely crushed a solo founder hits them. But look at the response. No one's blaming anyone. They're all just focused on the solution. Leo codes, Priya makes sure everyone's fed, Ben fixes the presentation. The result? They didn't just fix it. The platform came back online even stronger, and so did the team. That intense moment really prepared them for the final showdown, the big investor demo. It was time to find out if this bridge they had all built together could actually carry the weight.
And this is so real. Even after all that progress, the night before the demo, those old doubts start to creep back in for Ava. And that's a key thing to remember. Being part of a mastermind doesn't just make you fearless. But the big difference now was that she wasn't truly alone with that fear.
She gets this message from Leo, and it just says it all, doesn't it? It's such a perfect metaphor. He's telling her, hey, the collective work is done, the structure is sound, we have your back. Now all you have to do is be brave enough to walk across it. And, well, the result really speaks for itself. The demo was a huge success. That number, over 50, it's not just a number, it's validation. It's proof that the bridge they built together was exactly what people had been waiting for.
So when you look back at Ava's whole journey, what's the big takeaway? It's actually something much deeper than just launching a successful product. It's about the connection they built.
And this is the profound lesson at the heart of it all. Her goal was to build a technical bridge, a platform. But the real, lasting thing she built was the human bridge between herself, Leo, Priya, and Ben. That was the true foundation for everything that followed.
So, if you want to build a circle like this, what are the key ingredients? Well, it really boils down to these things. A shared vision, so everyone's fighting for the same why. Complementary skills, which means you need people who don't think like you. Mutual trust, which is earned in moments like that prototype crash. A no egos rule, where the best idea wins, no matter who it came from. And finally, unwavering support, knowing you've got each other's backs, no matter what.
And this slide just lays out the transformation so clearly. On one side, you have Ava at the beginning. Isolation, doubt, slow progress. And on the other, the journey with her circle. Connection, trust, and massive growth. That heavy passion she felt became a powerful, shared purpose.
Which really brings us to the final question, the one we want to leave you with. Think about the projects, the dreams, the big challenges in your own life. Who is in your circle? And what kind of amazing bridge could you all build if you came together?